Welcome back, foolish mortals. I hope you are enjoying yourselves tonight. As you can see, I decided to get into the spirit of things. Now, where we were last seeing things, young Ezekiel had wandered into the mansion, thinking he would just get a simple new job. But things didn't turn out that way, did they? Turns out, this new job has quite a price. Welcome, boy, to the haunted channel. At least haunted for this evening. Yes, as you see, I've decided to get a little more into the spirit of things. I hope you've been having a very lovely evening. Yes, things may look a little differently here tonight. Or is it your imagination? Hmm? but but no, boy. Again, that comes much later. This is all about the spookiness. But seriously, I hope you enjoy your evening here. Hope it doesn't leave you with too much of a fright. Okay. I won't do that voice for the entire stream. I just want to do a little bit of showing off the whole, hey look, fancy effects for this one. Figured I'd give it more of a genuine ghostly ambiance. Welcome, JP. I hope you enjoy your stay with us. Even if you have to leave prematurely. I mean, there are plenty of us who have IRL jobs, but I do welcome you here tonight, and I hope you have some enjoyment with us, however brief it may be. Oh yes, and boy, say hello to JP. JP, say hello to boy. Well, and while we're getting all that settled, I might as well bring us back up to speed on where we're at. At this point, Ezekiel has found out that the simple help wanted ad he had answered at this remote estate turns out was a little more complicated than simply being a caretaker. It would appear that there are evil ghosts that have corrupted the mansion, and now Ezekiel has to go and cleanse it of all the evil spirits and ensure that they go back to being happy haunts. Why, thank you, One Pro. You're right. You were right. It was amazingly easy. Now, don't get used to this background. Unfortunately, this was just for a just chatting sort of thing. I will still be ethereal during the game, but I ran out of time to include the background to my in-game camera, but oh well. As long as we have a nice spooky introduction. But without further ado, let us return to the mansion. Yes. Back to the mansion. Yes, load game. I mean, as you can see, I'm still somewhat ethereal on here. So, where we last left off, we had cleansed the lower parts of the mansion, but now we're on the upper floors, where much more sinister things await us. Hold on a second. You can barely see me here. Enough of that, controller. Oh well. I'll just have to be a little farther back from the TV than usual. That way you can still see me. Ooh. Okay, enough of the spooky voice for now. Let's get things going. Let's start things off with the trophy room. What could possibly go wrong here? Ooh, spooky. The eternal struggle, right, One Pro? Ooh. Uh-oh. Oh yeah, what advice do you have for me here, Leota?
The fiery hearth has deadly aim, but torches cannot dodge its flame.
Okay. So basically dodge fire. Got it. Oof. Damn it. Ooh. Hey! Hey, Tony! Long time no see. Welcome to the Haunted Mansion game. Well, understandable, One Pro. But yes, Tony, welcome back. It's been a while, but how appropriate that I play something a little spooky and you come back. It's great to have you. As I said, I am playing the Haunted Mansion game. This is from 2003, and yes, it is based on the Disney Haunted Mansion ride. And it was technically a tie-in to the movie, but it's thankfully a game that has very little to do with the movie. All that really took from the movie is what the mansion looks like, that the mansion's outside New Orleans, and what a couple of the rooms in the mansion look like. It has a much better story than the Eddie Murphy movie, thankfully. Damn it. Damn fireplace. Damn it. Damn it. And I died already. Oh, more evil spirits, lovely. Oh, Tim. Okay. I knew it wasn't Tommy. Hey, Tim. That's right, Tim. There we go. Well, hey, I'm glad you came, Tim. That's right, Tim, like the boy in Jurassic Park. Now I remember. But I'm glad you decided to stop on by. Batman Begins, huh? Yeah, that's the Nolan Batman film I was never the biggest fan of. And even then, there are parts to it I do like, but that's neither here nor there. But I'm glad you decided to stop on by, Tim. It's always nice to have someone who remembers the more primitive days of this channel come back. Yep. Fun fact, Tim, this is literally the first effects-heavy stream I've been undoing for my channel. Something a little more ethereal. I'm having too much fun with this. Oh boy. Okay. Damn it! Damn fire! Damn it! Again! Yeah, that's the thing about this game. Literally, the farther up you get in the mansion, the harder it gets. Made the fire destroy you. How do you like me now? Yep, so that's what I need to do. Light the candles. Okay. Damn it. Come on now. Ha ha ha! There we go. Outsmarted you, fireplace. Oop. Ugh. Nasty spiders. Ah! Yes, sleepaway camp. Yeah, basically hardcore Friday the 13th. But yeah. But yeah. Well, I'm glad that you're happy to be here. Because, like I said, it's been a while. And, well, I know technically October hasn't begun officially yet, but I reckoned I wouldn't be done with this game by the time October arrives, and I have other stuff that I plan on doing during October for this channel. So I thought I'd do a nice little ease our way into October thing with the Haunted Mansion. Besides, this is a game I absolutely adore. Ooh! Damn banshees. But yeah, I don't know if you've ever played this game, Tim, but like I said, it is based on the Disney Haunted Mansion ride. And basic gist of it, it's set in the 1870s. You're playing this guy named Ezekiel, or Zeke as he prefers. He's a rather timid man who wants to be a writer, but in the meantime, he's been having trouble finding new work in New Orleans, and he finds this ad for a caretaker job at a rather remote mansion in a little bit outside New Orleans, and it turns out to be the Haunted Mansion. Basically, he arrives there, and after being startled by some of the friendly ghosts there, he's brought before Madame Leota, who basically tells him, look, this asshole has come to the mansion and used his evil magic to corrupt a lot of the ghosts and turn them mean and nasty, and we need you to clear the mansion of all this evil stuff and bring it back to being a home for happy haunts. And yes, your eyes do not deceive you. Your weapon against these ghosts is this magical lantern. It can both injure ghosts, and when you saw the little green thing, it's sort of a Ghostbusters thing in that you can capture evil ghosts, but the idea is that it like makes evil ghosts turn good again. And no, there is not a single appearance of Eddie Murphy in this game. I mean, I like Eddie Murphy, but that Haunted Mansion movie he did was not very good. Anything else over here? Yes. Well, there are movies I like to watch during October, Tim, but the problem is I can't really stream movies on here. The only way I've heard of in terms of streaming is like Prime only streams and I don't have Prime, or on Discord, and well, I've been told that basic Discord account, not the subscription-based Discord account, kind of throttles the streaming capabilities of trying to show a movie and all that, so instead I've mostly thought of streaming spooky games on here. And I also have some other stuff on my YouTube channel I've been working on for October, and some stuff that I'll be doing as October goes along, because, well, there's actually a lot of stuff coming out in October that I want to see. Uh-oh. Ooh, something spooky's happening. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, get that axe away from me. I seem to be missing a ghost. There we go. Oh, who do we have here? Yeah, I mean, whereas I'm a little more reserved about it, but I do plan on seeing it, Tim. I'm just more reserved about it because I would have liked if the last Halloween had been the end. But I will give him credit that, unlike Halloween Resurrection, at least Halloween Kills has a believable reason for Michael to still be alive, and it may surprise me. I mean, I'm willing to give it a shot. And no joke, when I saw the 2018 Halloween, I actually went to the theater dressed as Dr. Loomis. Full trench coat, goatee, suit, and all. That was actually pretty fun.
Me. It's all about me, and I refuse to sing until someone powders my nose.
Great, an opera diva. Oh yeah, and the character you play in this game's easily skittish.
You get away from me! Judging by your clothing.
Okay. Good evening, JP. Have some pleasant dreams.
Leave her now, and don't touch her anything.
Yep. Yeah. Yes. Well, and that is a costume I'm thinking of bringing back before too long, before too much of my hair grows back in, because I did shave it recently because I recently reached my 25 follower goal here on Twitch, and that goal involved me wearing cosplay as The Mask, which you can see that ad on my channel. It's pretty obvious which one it is. It's just me in full mask cosplay. And that was fun. But yeah, thanks for reminding me. Yeah, I need to do the Dr. Loomis stuff sooner rather than later before what hair I have grows back. Because I do have a TikTok account, and I do like to do cosplay stuff on there. Anything else? Nope. Okay. Oop. Hello. Okay, I can't go in there yet. But maybe I can go in here. Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, I do have a link to it in my channel page description here on Twitch, so that link should work. But, yeah, hope you don't mind the cringy cosplay stuff too much. Ooh, a toy room, huh? Now, what do you have to say about this room, Leota?
Where playthings sleep and children hide. Hop in and then enjoy the ride.
I wonder what that could mean. Yep. Well, I'm glad to hear that, Tim. Uh-oh. Spooky evil ghosts. Nice try. Ha ha ha. Okay, anything else? Ooh. Spooky. Spooky chalkboard. Oh, and a fun detail about this game, Tim. This isn't a health bar, technically. It's a bravery meter. Because the character you play in this game is a bit of a timid sort. Literally, his health meter is based on his bravery, and he can literally be frightened to death. Which is just a nice touch for a Haunted Mansion game. Now let's see what we have here. What the? Like I said, he's not the bravest soul. Ah, I'm the size of a toy now, I see. Yeah, and these cards I'm collecting, they're part of Madame Leota's tarot card collection, and every 10 I collect gives me an extra life. And, well, yeah, I may look good on lives right now, but this game does get harder and harder the farther you progress in it. In fact, the last couple of levels will really eat away at your life, so it's one of those games where you can't really be too reckless early on. But need to really make sure that you have plenty of spare lives. Well, and as you see so far, it has a nice little spooky vibe to it. Ooh, and that was a whole pack of tarot cards. Nice. I can't quite make it there. What am I supposed to do then? Okay. Need to get a little more momentum then. Yep. Yeah. Well, I hope you enjoy them, Tim. Oh. Oops. Ooh. Yep. Okay. Going up the blocks. Ah, there we go. Oh yeah, and that's the basic goal. Each room of the mansion in this game, Tim. Aww. Oh, thanks, Tim. I really appreciate the support, cause, well, as you see, on there, I am a very small creator on there, so any support of it, I really appreciate. But yeah, so the basic mechanics of this game, other than the whole fighting ghosts, basically each room of the mansion is its own level, and the objective is you need to turn the lights back on in the room. First thing, because that causes a lot of the evil ghosts to become vulnerable to being collected in your magic lantern here. But each room is different in terms of how you light the lights. Like in that one, we had some metaphysical stuff going on. In the one before, instead of a light switch, we had to use the fireplace to light the candles in the room. Ah, yes. And when we see stuff like this going in a room, that means there's some hidden ghosts to deal with. And, of course, some enemies aren't scared by bright lights, like these nasty spiders here. Hope you're not too arachnophobic, Tim. Because the spiders in this game are pretty nasty looking. And quite aggressive, too. There we go. Better framing for me on here. There we go. Don't catch you, you say, huh? What else is left? Ah, all these alphabet blocks. Yeah, it's very much like that. I mean, well, more so Luigi's Mansion, because that Ghostbusters game that you're from 2009, which I do plan on streaming on here a little later in October. Shh. But yeah, that game wasn't around yet, because again, this is 2003, but this one probably was in response to Luigi's Mansion, but it's a fun game in its own right. And again, it's something from 2003 that actually does justice to the Haunted Mansion ride. Yep, there we go. Cleared out the room. Oh, and look, now we have a friendly ghost in the room now. Wonder what this one has to say.
How's my favorite nephew? Come give Auntie a nice big hug. Why aren't you wearing the sweater I made you? Guess what Auntie has for you? Your favorite cheesy toad wort casserole. I knew you'd love it.
And yeah, each room you clear in the mansion, and more of the regular happy haunts of the mansion come back and appear. And it's not necessary for you to interact with them once you've cleared a room, but they provide some fun little lines and all that. And well, and it is interesting playing this game because it, like the movie, it does have the mansion and it being based mostly on how it is in Disneyland, where it's like New Orleans slash Louisiana style plantation house. Else, much like this. But that mansion I actually have never experienced. I've only ever ridden the one in Florida, and I do really like the one in Florida, but the one in Disneyland does have some things that Florida doesn't. Like, it has the Hatbox Ghost character in there again, and also Disneyland this time of year does the Haunted Mansion Holiday, which is Nightmare Before Christmas themed, and I really like the Nightmare Before Christmas, so that would be a fun thing to experience. It's actually interesting, this game being made when it was, because it was pretty much made at a time when the Haunted Mansion ride itself really hadn't been changed that much since it originally opened. And so this one, it primarily, more so than a game, say, made more recently, is more based on, like, the original version of the ride. Like, there are certain versions of characters and rooms and all that we know now from the ride in more recent years that aren't in this game. Like, for instance, this was before they redid the bride into Constance Hatchaway and made her a creepy Black Widow bride. Vibe. Ooh, the study. Yeah. How to reach that switch up there? What do you have to say about this, Leota?
If your goal is not in jumping range, the furniture will Rubs arrange.
Okay, that was a bit of a labored hint, but okay, Leota. Oh yeah, and Madame Leota is one of the main characters in this game, and she's basically she provides you with useful hints and exposition as to what's been going on in the mansion, why there's all these really dangerous ghosts in it when the Haunted Mansion's supposed to be not so dangerous to the average mortal. And you may be wondering where she is. Literally, in the opening part of the game, Zeke here put her in his little sack that he has on his side. So Leota's actually in that little sack that Zeke has. And yes, Leota, instead of having a Valley Girl voice like Jennifer Tilly played her as, they decided to give her a bit of a southern psychic sort of voice, which is honestly not that bad. Yeah. I mean, is it my favorite Burton film? No, it's not. But I do really enjoy it. And what they do to the Disneyland mansion for October through December with Nightmare Before Christmas rethemed is really neat. Basically, the idea is, what if Jack Skellington as Sandy Claus visited the Haunted Mansion during that one night where he decided to take over Christmas. So you have basically his version of Christmas all throughout the mansion. And it's nice and spooky. And no joke, the only reason why they've never done that in Florida's mansion is because they reasoned, well, Florida, we get way more people who are coming here for the first time than we do at Disneyland, which is mostly a local crowd. So they decided, let's not have one in Florida. Which is interesting because they made the decision after they had already started workshopping and building stuff for a Florida Haunted Mansion holiday when the first year in Disneyland was a massive success. So they were like, what do we do with all this stuff we designed for Florida? I've got it. Tokyo's Haunted Mansion is almost exactly identical to Florida. We'll just put all that stuff in Tokyo. And that's what they did. Tokyo Disneyland's the only other Haunted Mansion in the world that does the Nightmare Before Christmas theme for the holidays. Because, well, that movie's also really big in Japan, too. Ooh, lovely. Wonder why this rug's all hidden. Ah, that's why. I get it now, Leota. The rugs arrange the furniture. Oh yeah, and as you see, this game is a little creepy at times. Okay. Nope, that won't work. Oh, damn it. Almost had it. Come on. Go back to floating. There we go. And no joke, Tim, this is one of the first games I ever owned as a kid. Granted, this was back when I had a GameCube, and I'm playing this on Xbox instead of GameCube, but it's basically the same type of game. It's not like some other games I've played on Xbox that I originally played on Nintendo, where there was significant changes made because Nintendo consoles tend to not be as powerful as, say, an Xbox or a PlayStation in terms of hardware and software and all that. Oh. Right. Okay, almost have this. Easy. Easy. Aha! There we go. Yeah, no joke, Tim. If you were to ask me favorite Burton film, I would say probably, believe it or not, Frankenweenie. And I mean the remake, the full-length remake he did in stop-motion animation. I absolutely adored adore that movie. I watch it every October. It's such a sweet movie. And I'm not ashamed to admit that that movie does make me cry every time I watch it. It's just so adorable. Uh-oh. Damn gargoyle. Haha! How do you like me now? Yeah, sad thing is this game did not do terribly well when it came out because, well, it was released as a tie-in to the Haunted Mansion movie, and, well, the Haunted Mansion movie was not a very successful movie. Ah, the Super Nintendo. Ah, yes. I do have a SNES Classic over here. Haven't played much on it, but I do have one. I think I've gotten about halfway through Castlevania 4. But yeah, Frankenweenie, no joke, Tim. That is a movie that I very much say is like Land Before Time and NET in that it's a perfect movie to dare a friend to watch and not cry at. It's definitely a give you the feel sort of movie. Oh. Oh, that's an unfortunate death.
That was the last piece to the opera singer's death certificate.
Ooh. Yeah, that is an unfortunate death for her. Literally brought the whole building down on her. Yeah, and the rest of you in chat who were here for the first part of me streaming this game on Sunday night, as you've noticed, the enemies that we've been fighting from earlier on in the game are stronger now that we're farther up in the mansion. So like I said, this game does get it noticeably harder the farther along you get in it, which is appropriate. Oh.
The beacon has turned up in the new world.
Ooh.
Remnants of the Brotherhood have acquired an estate on the outskirts of the fever-racked bayous of Louisiana and have hidden it within. However, my scouts have sensed a powerful aura within the mansion that I will have to overcome. Though I cannot be sure, there is something familiar about this aura.
And if you're wondering what that's about, Tim. Yep. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, I was to give you an idea of how that was a little before my time. I was born around the time the Super Nintendo came out, so I didn't really grow up with that era of gaming too much. Literally, my first console was a GameCube. But they do have their charm from what I have seen of that era of gaming. They definitely have more charm than a lot of the first 3D rendered games have, with the really dated looking graphics now. Unless it's something like Mario where it's just so cartoonish to where the datedness doesn't really affect it too much. But yeah, if you were wondering what all this is about, Tim, this Thorn guy whose journal we're snooping throughout the game, he's the main villain of the game. He's the guy who's basically come to the mansion and used his evil powers and all that to make a lot of the ghosts turn evil and all that. and he like literally feeds off their evil energy. And yeah, you see where it's like Brotherhood and he's the leader of the Order of Shadows. Believe it or not, this game came out 4 years before Assassin's Creed did. So I'm starting to wonder, did someone at Ubisoft actually play this game and get an idea for a world building for a game? Like, wait, Brotherhood? An evil order it fights? I've got an idea. Now, what else do we have? Oh, there they are. Damn Banshee. Come on. Where's the last fate of spooky ghosts? Ah. Yeah. No joke, Tim. Ooh. I've never noticed that before, and I've played this game a lot of times. Spooky chair moving. Yep. But, yes. But when I had a GameCube growing up, I actually did play Wind Waker, and that's still the only Zelda game I've ever played. And I really did like it. But here's the thing, when I played it, I knew next to nothing about Legend of Zelda. I didn't even know that the guy you played is named Link, because at the start of the game you're given the option to give your own name to the character you play. So I enjoyed Legend of Zelda more like, oh, this is a fun open world adventure game. Wasn't until I got a little older that I found out that, oh, at the time that that game came out, it was a polarizing game because of him being a little kid and it being a very cartoonish look. And yet, with the passage of time, that's now considered one of the best ones. It's funny how stuff like that happens, isn't it? Yeah, actually, Wind Waker's probably the only Nintendo IP game that I've really played other than Mario Kart Wii when I had a Wii when I was younger. Stop being so jumpy, Zeke. Let's see what this guy has to say.
Roses are red, violets are blue. No matter how long, I'll wait here for you.
Aww. Aww. It's a poor little lovesick ghost.
She loves me. She loves me not. She loves me. She loves me not. She loves me. She... This is taking way too long.
Well, good luck with that, dude. Got more stuff to deal with in this house. Yeah, I don't know how familiar you are with the history of the Haunted Mansion, Tim, but no joke. It actually has perhaps... Oh, how dare you. How dare you sneak up on me like that. It has easily the most lore-written in history of any Disney attraction. Like, no joke. It has more history and myths and urban legends about it than any other Disney attraction that's ever been made. And it has a very long history. The ride itself originally opened in 1969, but the journey to the ride coming to be was a very, very long story in itself. Actually, as late as 1964, they were still thinking of having a haunted house attraction for Disneyland as a walkthrough attraction. And there were a lot of debates over the years as to, well, what kind of haunted house attraction should we have? But yeah, no joke, if you look at some of the earliest drawings for what was like the early incarnation of what became Disneyland, which would have been a small little park across the street from the Disney Animation Studio, from the very beginning, there was the idea that there'd be some sort of haunted house attraction as part of this park. But they spent, well, about a decade and a half trying to workshop, well, okay, what's the theme going to be for this attraction and what kind of attraction is it going to be? And that took a long time because, well, when they were initially designing it as a walkthrough attraction, there were all sorts of different ideas for it being like, oh, you discover some like dark story history in this mansion. Because yeah, the original story treatments for the attraction when it was going to be a walkthrough are a lot darker than the ride we know. And also, a lot of the effects work that was being worked on for when it was going to be a walkthrough attraction and were effects that were spectacular for their time. But the problem was they were effects that, while spectacular, for each individual scene, you would have to stay in a room for like 2 or 3 minutes, and if you do the math in terms of how many people per hour you could go through a haunted house attraction when you have stuff like that going on, very quickly they realized, look, the math just doesn't cut it. This is not going to be sustainable in a theme park, because they were like, well, if we just had a walkthrough, we'd only get a few hundred people per hour, and well, you need attractions that can have thousands of people per hour in a theme park. So that was and then by the mid-60s, during the last efforts to try to envision it as a walkthrough, there was the idea, okay, what if instead we made 2 duplicate walkthrough attractions and we just have the building we're building them in split in half, and no matter which walkthrough you go through, you still enter through the same facade of the mansion. And interestingly enough, the stretching room itself, with the portrait stretching and all that, that was being designed and built around the time they were still workshopping a walkthrough attraction. Like, that was literally going to be like the beginning of a walkthrough attraction. And then work on the attraction halted when Disney, in a very savvy move, I should say, managed to get guess not there. Managed to get a lot of big corporations to sponsor Disney attractions for the New York World's Fair in 1964 and 1965, and Walt was very savvy to realize, hey, we can use the money they're giving us to build these corporate sponsorship attractions for this World's Fair to test. Yeah, I mean, the Haunted Mansion movie, I don't think it's terrible. I think it's very mediocre. I don't agree with people who say it's an outright terrible movie. I don't think it is. It's just, it's a mediocre film that's based on one of the most beloved attractions in history that you could have done a really good story out of. And that's where a lot of the negativity that movie got comes from. Yeah. Well, hey, the original Ghostbusters is still a fun film. Although, funny thing, I actually got into Ghostbusters later in childhood because I was a very timid kid. So, for the longest time as a kid, I was like, no, ghosts are scary and all that. So, no joke, the Dan Aykroyd movie I grew up with more was the Blues Brothers. I grew up with the Blues Brothers more than Ghostbusters as a kid. Which is pretty funny when you think about it. But yeah, so Walt's like, hey, we can use all these millions they're giving us to build attractions for the World's Fair and use our experiences building these attractions to develop new technologies for attractions we can later build in Disneyland. And experiences with the attractions they built at the World's Fair had led a lot of operational management people for Disneyland to go, okay, we need to cut out all talk of the Haunted Mansion as a walkthrough. We need to find some way to make this a ride. And Walt himself had never been too keen on the idea of a walkthrough haunted house. Partly because for the longest time, all of the designs for what the house would look like just offended Walt's visual sensibilities because every design of the mansion and had it being very run down and decrepit looking like you would expect a haunted mansion to look like. And Walt was very much against that. He was like, no, Disneyland's a pristine, beautiful place. I don't want anything that looks run down and crappy there. And that led to him coming up with that famous saying, we'll take care of the outside and let the ghosts take care of the inside. Yeah, pardon me. There we go. But yeah, and so they were trying to figure out, okay, how do we make a ride out of the Haunted Mansion? And no joke, one of the first ideas for it was as a boat ride. Because one of the rides they had built for the New York World's Fair was It's a Small World. And, well, they found, a boat ride system is a very convenient thing to do. Yeah, I love the first movie. Ghostbusters 2, to be honest, Tim, there are parts of Ghostbusters 2 I liked. But as a whole, I was never a big fan of Ghostbusters 2. It's largely two things. One, I think it's utterly asinine, the logic of, everyone stopped believing in ghosts and all that, and that's why they're out of business. Because, I'm sorry, how do you forget a marshmallow monster attacking New York City? It never made any sense to me. And also, I felt that the two main supernatural things in Ghostbusters 2, the Mood Slime and Vigo, to me it really felt like, okay, they had two very different ideas about what to do for a sequel, and rather than just pick one, they tried to force them together. And honestly, I wish they had stuck with the Vigo storyline, because that was the stronger supernatural element in the movie. Whereas the slime, not so much, in my opinion. The slime was pretty ridiculous. And, yeah. Oh, look, we got a friendly little crank following us. Oh, what do you have to say here, Leota?
Through the window moonlight gleams to light the crystal aim the beams.
Oh, so something involving moonlight. I actually have not yet gotten to see much of the real Ghostbusters, Tim, but I do want to watch it at some point because as I've heard such good things about it, and well, only fairly recently have I started watching the Back to the Future animated series. I know me, just starting to watch the Back to the Future cartoon, but yep, and I have been enjoying it quite a bit so far. Even though it's a little funny at times when you can tell it's Dan Castellaneta voicing Doc, because some of the times he shouts, he suddenly sounds more like Homer Simpson than Doc, but that's still funny. I think I have faint memories of Extreme Ghostbusters when it came on TV, but I didn't really watch much of it. But yeah. Wait. Damn gargoyle. One of the videos been working on recently for October for my channel for my YouTube channel is a video that I know I'm definitely going to get a bit of a reaction from, but it's a subject that I've wanted to tackle for a while, ever since I started doing content creating and all that. It's part of one of two longer form video series that it's been a few months since I've really done anything with. It's part of a series I've done about media that I consider underrated, and I have been working on a video of me looking back on the 2016 Ghostbusters, because while there are things about it that I'm not the biggest fan of, I do appreciate that it was a remake that actually tried, that it wasn't just the exact same story and characters as the original film. For better or worse, it did try to be original, and there were things about it that, again, I was annoyed by, and it's mainly things that could have easily been fixed, but overall I did enjoy that film. I definitely don't think it deserved the fate it got, because, well, there were far worse films that came out that year. But that's my opinion. Oh. Ooh, damn skeleton. Damn it. And that's part of what I'm getting at in this video I'm working on, is more or less me pointing out that really there haven't been that many objective reviews of that movie. There's been plenty of videos about it, but not many that actually try to have a real objective view that wasn't colored by fanboy outrage. And, well, in my video, I do start off by listing the very real flaws that film has, but I also do something that a lot of videos didn't, which was focus also on what actually worked about the film. And, well, one thing I definitely know will get reactions from people. I do have a subtle, at the end of it, I do a little subtle jab at the upcoming Ghostbusters film, because that one, I am planning on seeing that one, but that one I am not very excited for. Mainly because I feel we already had legit Ghostbusters 3, and that was the 2009 game. And again, I don't like how this upcoming one seems to be doing the Ghostbusters 2 thing again of, oh, everyone forgot about the Ghostbusters and or stop believing ghosts exist, because again, I'm like, how do you forget stuff? How do you forget stuff like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man attacking New York and Vigo almost destroying the world? Plus, I'm a little annoyed by how it really feels more like a Stranger Things ripoff that they just slapped Ghostbuster stuff in. Whereas again, the 2016 film, I feel it had its faults, but it did try to be a Ghostbusters film. Yeah, that's something you'll learn quickly about me, Tim. I'm someone who's willing to give the benefit of the doubt to a lot of things. Especially if it's like a reboot or remake. Because my philosophy is remaking something isn't much different than, say, adapting a novel several times. I always feel like the key is execution. Is it executed well? Because, well, there are some really damn good remakes out there. In fact, some of them are arguably better than their source material. I mean, the 1982 The Thing is a legitimately frightening movie, whereas the original Thing from Another World is a little silly by today's standards. Same with The Fly. The 1986 Fly is a phenomenal film. But again, that's just my view on things. Okay, let's reflect these beams a little more. Oop! Goddamn knights! There we go. Well, and the Haunted Mansion movie does have some interesting behind-the-scenes stuff about it. Well, for one thing, Michael Eisner had way more faith in it as a movie than the Haunted Mansion movie. Or, Haunted Mansion, than the Pirates of the Caribbean movie, ironically. There we go. Let's light up the room. Ah, how pretty. Uh-oh. Oh great, it's that Thorn guy I was telling you about. Yeah, this guy's not too happy that we're here trying to make the mansion more of a fun, spooky mansion again. Well, and each time we fight him and beat him, he gets a little more peeved at us and decides to not hold back on his powers. Like here, he's throwing a lot more fireballs at us than he does at the beginning.
go home, Zeke. This job...
Yeah. Well, and that's a good list of remakes. And yeah, oh yeah, that's how I am about Ghostbusters Afterlife. I'm watching it pretty much out of morbid curiosity, and well, I need to have content for my YouTube channel, and that'll definitely be something to review that will get some attention. But yeah, that's a good list of remakes. Of course, there are also some remakes I like that a lot of people didn't. Like, well, for instance, I actually really liked the Child's Play remake from a couple years ago. Oh, that was another good example of me liking a remake that actually tries to have something unique. And that one did try something new with Chucky. Of course, I'm someone who also was never the biggest fan of Chucky, because I always had the same problem with Chucky in the original films. I find him scary until you hear his real voice. Then he just turns hilarious. But yeah. Yeah, I liked how the
dying for.
Ooh. Ha ha ha. Well, and one remake that I like that I know a lot of people didn't like. I actually really like the Elm Street remake with Jackie Earle Haley's Freddy Krueger. That one was more of a, oh, let's just tell the same story again. But I didn't mind that one so much, mainly because I really loved how Jackie Earle Haley played Freddy. I liked that he was a lot darker and more, or all about being menacing than Robert Englund was. And Elm Street is fun, but I was a little disappointed when I first saw Elm Street because, well, I was expecting something more like the original Halloween, like something genuinely terrifying and serious, and the campier parts of Elm Street just kind of annoyed me a little bit because the parts that were really scary were parts where you really didn't see Freddy acting like Freddy. Stuff like when Tina dies or when poor Glenn dies. Those I thought were the moments in the original Elm Street that worked the best. But again, this is all just my opinion. Just my own takeaway from stuff. Oh.
Bless me. You don't know how wonderful it is to have the lights on again in here. Oh, and to feel safe enough to enjoy.
It's the opera singer.
Thank you very much. Bravo! Bravo! For me? How delightful! Why, what on earth could it be? My death certificate.
Yep.
See? That is precisely why I shouldn't sing anymore. I don't want to bring the whole house down upon... I guess I did bring the house down, didn't I?
You might say that. I mean, you're a little more ethereal than you used to be.
Oh, I almost forgot. I have something for you. It's a soul gem.
Ooh.
Okay.
Got a nice power-up now.
Oh, how they sparkled. What I wouldn't give to be in the spotlight again, being showered with roses, the roar of the applause, the dinner parties. Filet mignon, cheesecake, pressed duck, and the chop sandwiches! Oh, the pork chop sandwiches.
With this soul gem, you'll be able to fire improved power shots against those.
Yeah, and well, again, to each their own. I
and release it to shoot.
Again, I mostly like that remake primarily for Jackie Earle Haley's performance, and and my own little nitpicky logic head and all that. But yeah, the Child's Play remake, that was really good. I think the biggest surprise I had going into that remake, I never thought I would see a Chucky film where it actually starts out kind of sweet and then turns sinister. I actually liked that about the Child's Play remake. I liked how it actually starts out sweet between Chucky and Andy, and that's where the horror comes from, is the whole him wanting to be Andy's best friend. And there she goes, practicing her high notes. Come on, I know there's something here. There we go. Give me a little more of a health boost. Yeah. But yeah, in terms of the original Elm Street films, my personal favorite is New Nightmare for a lot of the same reasons as why I like the remake. I like how in New Nightmare we see a more sinister Freddy and how it's not quite so... I liked how he was a lot darker and a lot more evil in New Nightmare. Plus, I liked the whole sort of meta part of it. Yeah, oh, and...
I'm sure you've wondered how I came to know so much about everything, right? Well, early in life, I discovered I had a gift for communicating with the spirit world. One day, the Order of Shadows learned of my talents, and I was tricked into joining them. They told me they could increase my abilities. Fortunately, I was rescued by monks and awakened to the Order's true evil nature. From then on, I vowed to use my abilities to aid the cause of good and join the Brotherhood. So you see, aside from being trapped in this crystal ball, I have a little score to settle with one Atticus Thorn.
Ooh. Yeah, Leota is not playing around. But yeah, it's funny that you mentioned Freddy's Dead because I'm actually about as old as that movie because that movie came out the same year I was born. and you know, there was an idea for an Elm Street 6 that New Line was offered by someone they had come into contact with from New Zealand named Peter Jackson. Peter Jackson's introduction to New Line Cinema was they had approached him because of his earlier splatstick horror films that were getting some renown, and they were like, do you have an idea for us to reinvigorate the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise? And his idea that ended up not being picked up, sadly, was an interesting one. Basically, the idea was, instead of the setting of Freddy's Dead, where off-camera he's killed all the kids in Springfield and basically is just dicking around now, instead he came up with a concept that was complete 180. His concept would have been a little more self-aware, basically in his setup for an Elm Street 6, Freddy's become such a joke to the kids of Springfield, like they don't find him frightening anymore, that they literally on purpose take sleeping pills to go to sleep and enter the dream world just to pretty much bully Freddy and beat the shit out of him. And one day he manages to kill one kid, and that gives him just enough energy to where he can start to be more terrifying again. And that would have been an interesting way to go with Freddy Krueger. But they didn't go that route. Okay. A museum. It belongs in a museum.
The knights in here help form a maze. To make it through, avoid their gaze.
Yeah, a lot of suits of armor here. Yep. Yeah, and... yeah, exactly, hey Tim. I absolutely love how the song itself reflects that remake overall. In that when you first hear the song, it is genuinely sweet and like, oh, let's be friends. And then when you get to the ending credits, and near the end of the credits, you hear a more demented version of that song that Chucky's singing, where he's a lot more possessive now as he's singing it. Like, instead of him going like, I am your best friend, instead it's him going, you are my best friend. And instead of ending with, I'll be yours until the day that I die, as the credits end, the more demented version ends with, and I'll be yours until the day that you die. Admittedly, it's the one time Chucky sounds a little Joker-esque, but it's Mark Hamill, and it's just so enjoyable. Well, and another thing about that remake that impressed me was, I was skeptical about Aubrey Plaza being the mom in it, because I was like, oh, is this going to be like, oh, we'll be all self-aware of how ridiculous Chucky is where she's just her usual snarky self we've seen in comedies. But I like that she actually played a more straight character in it. And for a non-comedic role, she did a good job, I thought. Yep. How did I know you were going to do that? Can't catch me. Oh, damn it. Thank goodness those actors are apparently dull as hell. Okay, there we go. Ooh, another spooky book.
It is the fortune teller who has been thwarting my minions at the mansion. How ironic that she now stands between me.
Damn, dude. Took you 8 years to realize this?
She may be able to handle the lesser evil spirits, but she will not fare so well when I unleash the others. With the chaos of the war and the city in flames, I'm afraid the secluded estate is no place for a lady to be alone.
Ooh, that's ominous. Well. Yeah, get back. Get back. Get back. Get back. Oh great, another gargoyle. Hey there, Hales. Hello. Welcome to my haunted stream. Yes. Yeah, exactly. My point exactly, Tim. But yeah, Tim, say hello to Hales. Hales, say hello to Tim. Well, actually, since Tim hasn't seen the full thing either, this was my introduction. Yes. Ooh. Yep, this is how I started out the stream. Yeah, it turns out One Pro was right. It was surprisingly easy to get this effect. I was worried that it would. I was worried that it would be a really hard thing to pull off. I thought it was going to be like whenever I'm doing chroma keying for my YouTube stuff. But it turns out, no. It was a lot easier. Granted, partly because, well, I'm transparent. Well, thank you, Tim. Well, what's a haunted mansion without getting into the spirit? Yep. So yes, here we are, all spooky. Okay, now back to the game. Yep. Guys, yeah, I definitely felt quite proud of myself when I saw how it looked. So yeah, I'm now in the upper levels of the mansion, Hales, and that's the thing about this game. The farther you go into the mansion, like the farther up in it you get, the harder the game gets. I mean... Thank you, everyone. I try my best. But yeah, because yeah, I look pretty good right now with 16 extra lives, but the thing is, Hales, the farther I get into this game, the more likely I am to come across certain levels where I lose a lot of lives fast. Oh. Ooh. Metaphysical shit here. Okay. Ta-da. Okay, well that one was easy. But there's gonna be plenty of others that won't be so easy. Yep. Yeah. Oh, and I'm hoping Otter's able to make it a little later because, well, I did tease him with something I intend to get to tonight that I personally think is even more frightening than those big yucky spiders that you saw me fight last night, or last stream. Ah, there we go. Yeah, indeed they were. There we go. Now you can see more of me. Yeah, I had to zoom in the camera a little more than usual to get the chroma keying to work, but now you can see more of me, now that I have the chair up. Wish I had thought of that earlier. Yeah. Oh, oops. That had to hurt. Okay. No shit, this is a maze, Leota. Okay. Need to figure out how to do this. Yep. Oh. There we go. Oh. Ghost chair. Welcome, Otter. Welcome. I'm glad you could make it. I have some special surprises in store for you in this game. As you see, I got into the spirit of things. Oh yes, and Otter, say hello to Tim. Tim's one of the people who know me from those early days of the channel when, well, I didn't have the best equipment yet in terms of streaming. Ah, One Pro, you have returned. Okay, back to the spooky game. Yep, and as you've noticed, ghost chair. So where we're at now, Otter, we are in the upper levels of the mansion. Oh yes, I keep forgetting. One Pro is all-knowing. He is the tech wizard of our little gang. But yeah, where I'm at now, Otter, we are now in the upper levels of the mansion. And where I'm going through right now is the museum part of the mansion. And basically, another thing about this game, Otter, the more... Yep. Oh yes, One Pro, say hello to Tim. Tim, say hello... Well, Tim, you're already saying hello to One Pro, so... Yes. Yes. Yes, there is only one pro. But yeah, so Otter, as you progress through this game and progress through more of the mansion, the game does get progressively harder. I mean, honestly, once you get to the upper levels, there's a noticeable up spike in difficulty. A lot of the enemies are a lot stronger, and there are newer enemies. Is that, well, yeah. Well, you missed the introduction of the knight, because, yeah, Otter, you missed it, but you'll see some in a bit. There are suits of armor that can come alive and attack you, which is nice. Yes, indeed. Well, I'm kind of in a never region right now. See, that's the main museum. I just entered a little never region here. Damn it. Yes, only one. Only one pro. No joke, one pro, I am really fighting the urge to do a Gandalf voice right now. One pro to rule them all. Yes, bonk. Yes, indeed. Oh, you think that just this when I'm playing the game, Cosmo? Well, let's see what you have to say to this. Welcome, Cosmo Kitty, to my haunted stream. Oh, yes. And Cosmo, say hello to Tim. Tim is someone who I haven't seen for a while, but he's one of the people who know me from those early days of me streaming when I hadn't quite figured out how to do this yet. But yes, Tim, Cosmo, she's more or less as but yeah, Tim, no joke, Cosmo here, she's one of the main reasons. Yeah, hey, you're the one who suggested it, and Cosmo seconded the suggestion, so yes, you two share the credit for this. And you know what, Cosmo? This was surprisingly easy to do. I was expecting this to be really hard because, well, I usually have such trouble getting the right lighting for chroma keying. But I guess when I'm just transparent, it's easy. Yep. Yes. Yes, Tim. Cosmo is actually one of the main reasons I got into streaming. She's someone who actually helped inspire me and encourage me early on. Yep. Yes, the one pro. Oh wait, wrong type of laughing. Okay. Yes. Oh yeah, Cosmo. Tim will love the Jason emoji because Tim mostly knows me from early on when I tried streaming Friday the 13th. Okay. Damn it. Yes, with ghoulish delight, indeed. Damn it. Yeah. Respectable list, Tim. I mean, my favorites are the original film and Jason Lives. Those are mine. Although, shh, don't tell anyone, Tim. Cosmo's not seen many of the Jason movies. She mostly knows Jason from the game, but to be fair, Cosmo hasn't seen a lot of movies, which makes it fun because, well, a lot of times she has movie nights on her Discord. It tends to be a first time that she's watching something, and that's always fun. Yeah. Well, hey, I mean, hey, it's always better to watch a film that you like with someone who hasn't seen it before, because then you can have that little magical moment of them first seeing it. There we go. And you know, funny thing, Cosmo, I almost thought about suggesting something for movie night this week, but I know you've been busy with other stuff and you need to properly set up for more Costoper stuff. Yeah, ah, yeah, cause, no more bonk. Well, hold on, Otter. There's one more of these I have to get through. Yeah, exactly. Oh, and just wait, Otter. Right after I finish this room is the room I've really been hoping you'd be around to see. Oh, Cosmo understands that. Damn it. Keep forgetting what the pattern is. Oh. Come on. Damn it. Enough of the bonking. It's always something. There we go. Oh, damn it. Okay, almost got this. Yes! Haha. Yes, it is a nightmare. Oh, but just wait, Otter. There's a very special surprise for you once I'm done with this room. Ah, there we go. The lights are back on. Yeah. Oh, and here's the thing, Tim. Cosmo doesn't even know what happens in the movies, to be honest. She was genuinely surprised when I told her once in chat on her stream that Jason is the killer only in the sequels. Ooh. Secret room. There we go. Give me some extra lives. Yeah, Cosmo's more of a comedy person. Pretty much her go-to movies, anything that's comedic and has as attractive people. Those are the two main stipulations for her kind of movie. On it, and no joke, Cosmo's probably the biggest fan of Ryan Reynolds I've ever known. Which is understandable. Ryan Reynolds is pretty likable. Yeah, no joke. First time I came across Cosmo's stream, first time I chatted in Cosmo's stream, it's actually a atypical stream for her in that, well, she usually likes to do like just fun shoot the shit stuff, but this first stream I chatted and just happened to be one of the few times she did something a little darker, which was looking at like true crime history stuff. And well, I was talking to her about Amityville, and she had never heard of that story, and literally I bring up how there's an Amityville remake with Ryan Reynolds, and as she's literally reading me talking about the Amityville remake, this is her reaction. This was literally her reaction. They once made an Amityville remake with Ryan Reynolds. You have my attention. That was literally her reaction. Yeah, I saw ads for that. Yeah, it's a Netflix movie. I think it's a Netflix movie. It might be HBO Max. It's one of those two, Cosmo. It's like a streaming service movie. Little action movie with the three of them. Well, and hey, I like all three of them. Yep, run! Oh, you! More of you damn gargoyles? Helen! Okay, well... okay, well... Just as long as it's not something too, lewd or anything. Well, and there is another movie with Gal Gadot that was supposed to be out by now, but they keep pushing it back because of COVID. It's a murder mystery that she's gonna co-star in called Murder on the Nile. It's based on an old Africa. Am I not pronouncing her name right? Agatha Christie novel. No, these aren't meatballs, Otter. They're energy beams. There we go. There's a nice cool one for you. Okay, we'll say they're supernatural meatballs. Actually, I think they're supposed to resemble hot coals, but... Okay, I'm obviously missing one more ghost. Where is that little ghost? There? Haha! There we go. Okay. Okay, Cosmo. Just so you know, Cosmo, the next room I'm going to be in is going to have something that might be a little too much for you. Because I know that when I first played this game, this next room I went into genuinely made me go, ugh. Jason Kitty, exactly. Oh, what's this little guy doing?
Trent, where is that ring? I know it's here somewhere. If I don't find the ring, he'll banish me for sure. Maybe I was in here. Trent, I don't remember how to get in. I never should have taken the ring.
Yeah, Tim, Cosmo literally just redid all her emojis because, well, she's someone who really loves October, and who can blame her? In fact, October is when she usually brings out all of the fun stuff. That's when she likes to do a lot of cosplaying and stuff like that. And that'll be fun to deal with. Or, why did I say deal with? That'll be fun to watch. So, here we go. Okay, but first things first. Let's see. Oop. Damn knights. There we go. Oh, damn it. Okay, now let's save the game. And let's head in here. But yeah, now you can see Otter, the suits of armor that attack you. Yes. Well. Yep. Ah, yes, Jason. Yep. Well, and funny thing, Tim, I actually did do a stream on Friday the 13th in August in a Jason cosplay. The only downside was, well, it was back when I hadn't quite fixed my internet issues yet, and unfortunately, that night was not a good one. It was just a bunch of people who were just troll playing. I only got to beat Jason once, and that was the first match I played. And no joke, the person hosting the game rage quit after I killed a couple of people as Jason. Talk about a sore loser. Ooh, children's room. Actually, come to think of it, Otter, surely nothing bad will be in the children's room here. Right. Yeah. Well, that's nice, Tim. She normally streams, from what I remember, on Monday and Friday nights, and normally Tuesday she does like a late afternoon cooking stream, mainly because so that a lot of people she has as followers who live, like, say, in Europe and all that can actually see her live, given the time differences. Yeah, sorry about that, Tim. I have to have the auto mod set a bit high because, well, turns out the trolls like to especially pick on smaller creators who are just starting out. So sorry about that. But anyway, let's see what's in the kiddies' room. No, I said kitties with a D, Cosmo, not kitties with a T. Ooh.
Within the closet waits much more, but it takes courage to close that door.
Ooh, something spooky's gonna happen. Yeah. Oh. Get away from me! Yep. Oop. Damn Banshee. Oh, hello, little teddy bear. Why are you following me around? Oh yeah, this doesn't look creepy at all. What could possibly be in the closet? Let's find out, shall we?
Zeke, wait. Something's not right. Run, Zeke!
Uh-oh.
Run as fast as you can!
There's something behind me, isn't there?
Left, Zeke, left!
Oh, yep, there's definitely something behind me.
Turn right! Turn left!
Damn it. Yeah. Oh, and that's just seeing it coming at you from behind, Otter. Wait until afterwards.
Turn left.
Yeah.
Turn right. Left, Zeke, left. Left, Zeke, left. Turn right. Turn left. Turn right. Oops. Sorry. Wrong turn. My mistake.
Well, not quite Freddy Krueger, Tim, but it was something with a big scary blade. Okay. Oh. Okay, the closet's back to normal. Okay, maybe things will be alright once I leave the closet. Or not. Uh-oh. Oh boy. And Otter, I give you the scariest enemy you come across in this game. And you'll see why. See? See, the fucker can teleport right behind you. No joke, the first time I played this game, that character scared me shitless. Yeah. Oh yeah, easily on the totem pole, Tim. On the totem pole, Freddy is far scarier than Jason. Jason I never thought was scary. Whereas Freddy can be scary. See, when done right. Granted. Ooh. There you go. So yeah, Otter, no joke. That's the character in the game that I always thought was the creepiest one. And it's mainly that he can teleport right behind you. There we go. Yep. Thank you, Otter. But yeah, no joke, from this point on in the game, when I was younger and was first playing it, I would dread, because from this level on, the fear factor goes up a bit, because, well, that wasn't the only Reaper ghost we come across. And don't you just love that creepy-ass Reaper ghost appears in the children's bedroom? How creepy is that? Ah. Okay. Now let's see what ghost is here. Let's say hello to the happy haunt that's here now.
Trust me, Sonny. I may be stupid, but I'm not as old as I look. I may be old, but I'm not as stupid as I look.
Nice save.
Son, I'm only going to say this once, so listen up. Sometimes I mean what
Yeah, Tim, I've heard very not so good things about that movie.
when I mean it.
Mainly, it suffers from the problem of, well, if you're remaking Friday the 13th, but with Jason, you have to basically remake the first few films if you want to have it be Jason as the killer and with the hockey mask and all that. They basically take the first 3-4 films and loosely remake them into one movie. Literally, the opening scene is just a very condensed version of the final act of the original film. Basically so that they can get to Jason as quickly as possible. Let's see. Nice try. But yeah, Tim, if you didn't like the Elm Street remake, you won't like the 2009 Friday the 13th. Because the 2009 Friday the 13th is a lot of the Michael Bay stuff, but without at least a strong lead as the main villain. Yeah, the 2009 Friday the 13th is more like the 2003 Texas Chainsaw Massacre than the 2010 Elm Street. And I say that because all three of them were produced by Michael Bay.
The light switch wants to run away, but corner it and it will stay.
I wonder if that means we gotta find some way to get it to go over here. Yeah, because basically what they do is in the first 15 to 20 minutes, they have a rushed opening scene basically showing, oh, Mrs. Voorhees killed a bunch of people because she thought Jason was dead, and the sole surviving counselor killed her, but a still alive Jason somehow was able to see it, and his mother somehow didn't know that her son was still alive. And then it flashes forward to him with not even really a sack over his head. It's more like a bunch of bandages wrapped around his head, killing a bunch of people. And they rush through that. Basically, they rush through the equivalent of the first two films so that you can get to that moment of him having the hockey mask, because, well, that's what most people associate Jason with. Yeah, and there's a major plot point about someone who's gone missing, who was near Camp Crystal Lake, and it has a... And I get what they were trying to do. They were trying to do something hearkening the ending of part 2, but it doesn't work too well. Oh. More evil ghosts. Get away from me. Yeah, go away. Hey, come back here. You naughty light switch. Come on. What? Haha, gotcha. Yeah, go scream your head off somewhere else. Oh. Oh dear.
Wonderful. With that piece, we completed the old lady's death certificate.
And yes, Otter, that does mean the old lady in the ballroom scene who's just rocking in her chair back and forth. Damn it. Yeah, and that'll be the next room after this, and that'll probably be where I end the game for tonight, is the next level. There we go. Damn spiders. Yes, South Park. Well, I have a confession of my own, Tim. Oh no, wait, I think you know this already from Rachel's streams that she did months ago. I actually have not seen much of South Park myself. Okay, where am I? What am I missing? There's gotta be some place with spooky ghosts hiding. Come on, game. What am I missing? Oh, that. Ah! That's... Oh! Interesting. Oh, that's interesting, Tim. Well, hope that's going ain't alright for you, One Pro. Again, you're the tech wizard among us. If anyone knows how to do that, it would be you. Although, speaking of that sort of thing, I did get a couple of games on GOG as ideas for future streams at some point in the future. A couple of old adventure games. Well, that's good. Like go like real retro and all that. Well, yeah, One Pro. Again, remember, I'm just using a basic game. I'm using a gaming laptop. I'm not using an actual gaming PC, so there's not much I can really play on the laptop itself. Yeah, exactly, Tim. I mean, it can make me laugh, but I always have the problem of there's only so much of those voices I can hear in any sitting before I'm like, okay, I need to stop. These voices are driving me crazy. But again, it is funny. It's just the voices get on my nerves very quickly. I like to watch it in bursts. Like maybe an episode or two at a time I'm fine with. Oh wait, I forgot. We wanted to say hello to what ghosts appeared here. Ah.
Excuse me.
A ghost who's getting drunk. Gotta love it.
They said, son, you're gonna drink your life away. And I said,
Yes, Otter, this is one of the ghosts who was on the chandelier. And, well... Oh, and here was the lady ghost he was with on the chandelier.
Wow. If it weren't for you and me, this place would really be dead tonight. I know what you're thinking, sweetheart. What a nice...
I am too, One Pro. I am. Again, I was surprised at how easy it was. Then again, for the purposes of this, I only needed to be transparent and not see what's behind me. And that turns out made the chroma key a lot easier. And like I said, there's one more room I'm gonna do, and then I'll have to say my goodbyes tonight, but it'll be a nice way to end things off. Yeah, you did tell me it was easy. To be honest, One Pro, I was worried because I was worried it was going to be like whenever I tried doing my YouTube chroma key looking through my video editor because that one is very temperamental. Yeah, Futurama, I remember that show. It's been years since I've watched it, though. It's a lot like The Simpsons in that way. It's been years since I've watched either, but I remember liking it. Yeah, nice try, Knight. Good night, Knight. Yeah, and Family Guy, here's the funny thing, Tim. I've never been one for Seth MacFarlane's cartoon shows, but I absolutely love his movies. I love both the Ted movies, and I'm one of those who actually really liked A Million Ways to Die in the West, which I know puts me in a minority, but... I mean, it was admittedly a one-joke movie, that being, look, it would really suck to live in the Wild West, but as someone who's a history guy, I appreciated how far he went in showing all the various ways it would suck to live in the West in that movie. Plus, I gotta give props to a movie that has a Doc Brown cameo. So, what's waiting for us here?
The trick here is the rugs you'll find. Use them to get the walls aligned.
What does she mean by that? Ah, I see. Wait, what was that? Ooh. Yeah. Oh yeah, Ted's such an adorable movie. Yeah, Thunder Buddies. In fact, Tim, I got my own Thunder Buddy right here. Ooh, Ghost Ted. And yes, Tim, it does talk. Ooh, sounds like I figured it out. Bright lights again. Uh-oh. What do you want, Thorn?
Can't you at least dictate? It's all right to scream, you know. Words like that. Once and for all.
Yes, exactly, Tim. And that is one of the things that Ted Barrymine can say. is the Thunder Buddy song. So needless to say, don't let the kids play with it. I know that the one I have is a bit of a rare one in that it is the one that has very naughty lines that it says, because there weren't too many of those made, but a lot of ones that said his more PG-13 lines. Like, oh sorry, that was my bad, I was sending a tweet.
Enough. I'll deal with you later.
Ooh. Oh, he'll deal with us later. I wonder what he means by that. Ooh. Nasty spider. Damn banshees. Hahaha. Yeah, scream your head off somewhere else. Yes, exactly, Tim. Exactly. Oh, there you go, Otter. There she is.
Part of the mansion. Oh, did I see another rat? Oh, the whole mansion is overrun with these pesky critters, it seems. Oh, would you like a nice cup of tea, love? No? Well, what do we have here? Oh, my death certificate! Well, I'll be. It says here that... You know, I thought this tea tasted a little odd. Here, tell me, what do you think? Oh, no!
Poison
I guess
tea.
You wouldn't want to do that now, would you, love? Oh.
Not a very pleasant way to go.
Well, thank you so much for bringing that to me.
You gotta love it. A ghost that's startled by seeing a rat scurrying around.
Whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Oh, and I have something that may be of use to you, love. I kept it as safe and hidden as I could, but you're the one who need it now. Anyway, don't let it keep you. You're quite welcome to it. Care for some tea before you leave? I can put extra sugar in it to kill the aftertaste. No?
Now we're ready for anything. With this enhanced ultra shot, you can destroy...
So yeah, sorry, Otter. No more meatball throwing. I've been upgraded to another ultimate weapon now. Instead of meatballs, I can do this now. Hahaha. So now the beacon is fully upgraded, but there's still some other levels to do, and they're among the hardest levels in the entire game. So first things first, let's save my progress. Yes, haul out of meatballs. Just in case we have any unwelcome guests try to sneak behind me. Ah, yes. Yep, indeed, Tim. Indeed. But yeah, so that'll be a good place to end the game on. And well, I hope you've enjoyed your evening here. But our story is not quite done yet. So that'll be something to see next time you'll see me here. And, well, it's going to be a great spooky time. If by spooky you mean strong likelihood that I might die several times for real and have to start over. Because I'm not joking when I say that this last batch of levels coming up are ones where it's very likely that I'll lose all my lives and have to start over, so... Yeah, I may technically not have many levels left to play in the game, but you never know what'll happen next time. But I'm glad that you all came tonight. I hope you all have pleasant dreams. And I hope everyone's excited for October to finally arrive later this week. And yeah, Otter. Yes, indeed, Otter. And, Otter, I really hope that Grim Reaper ghost didn't scare you too much. Just remember, it's only in the game. Yeah, no joke. Before One Pro and Cosmo suggested me trying to do a ghost thing for next stream, I briefly considered dressing up as Zeke because I have a hat like he does, and well, I just would have to get rid of the coat part. And that would have been fun, but nah, this is pretty cool. Yes. I thank everyone who showed up tonight, and I hope you hurry back and make sure to bring your death certificate. We've been dying to have you. Pleasant dreams.